Welcome to Politics News Wolf US channel. How do authoritarian regimes fall? This question is the most important agenda of the world. Politics, especially in recent years. In many countries, populist politicians are becoming authoritarian. These leaders soon move away from democracy. It is very difficult to end the political career of these leaders who have moved away from democracy through elections, but have the authoritarian leaders and their political careers. The latest news from Belarus provides an interesting example. As Anka Taylor News Team, we have conducted a comprehensive research on the subject. Let's start if you are ready. Authoritarian regimes are particularly strong in Eastern countries. In Eastern countries, democratic institutions are not strong enough and leaders are very important. This leads to leaders becoming authoritarian in a short period of time. Authoritarian regimes are very strong in countries like North Korea, China, Russia, and Belarus. The situation in Russia and Belarus is particularly similar. Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko has ruled Belarus since 1994. The Belarusian people do not support Lukashenko, but Lukashenko interferes in the elections and aims to maintain his power. The Belarusian people want to protest against Lukashenko, but Lukashenko is harshly suppressing these riots. He arrests protesters and gives them very harsh sentences. Moreover, he claims that the protesters are traitors in this way. He is trying to get support from his waters. Lukashenko knows that he cannot stay in power forever because he is old and has lost his strength. The latest media reports show that Lukashenko is in a bad situation. Luko is a 68-year-old politician who has ruled this country for nearly 30 years. During this time, Lukashenko has become physically exhausted. Luko is reportedly suffering from many health problems. Luko's health problems were clearly visible. Vanny attended a conference in Val. Before we talk about the details of Lukashenko illness, there is something else we need to talk about. As they know, Putin is also allegedly suffering from health problem. Doctors are very clear about this. So what do Lukashenko and Putin have in common? These two leaders who have health problems have a lot in common. They have ruled their countries for many years. They are old. They have become authoritarian, but there is another reason for the allegations about their health problems. In democratic countries, the public is informed about the health status of the head of state. This is because the head of state can take many critical decisions. For these decisions to be taken correctly, it is important that the head of state is healthy, but repressive leaders do not follow such democratic practices. That's why official statements about Lukashenko and Putin's health are not convincing to anyone. Doctors and experts are closely following the schedules of these leaders and trying to monitor their state of health. Everyone is now sure that Putin is sick after the strangeness of his movements, especially his hand and foot movements are quite strange. Lukashenko, on the other hand, is thought to be facing a similar illness. Luko traveled to Moscow to attend Russia's victorious celebrations. However, he suddenly disappeared during the ceremony. Luko did not wait until the end of the program and was rushed out in the middle of it. It turned out that Lukashenko had difficulty walking while attending this program. The Belarusian leader also looked very exhausted at the moment of the ceremony. Putin, his fellow leaders, had one thing to do. They were scheduled to lay flowers at a monument to a soldier about 300 meters from where they were sitting. Luk did not go to lay flowers, so as Val, the short distance of 300 meters, because Luko was not healthy enough to vault this event, attracted everyone's attention. Everyone could see that Lukashenko was very exhausted. Dmitry Balkas, a well-known brother, was a political analyst, shared an interesting fact about this. According to this information, A special dinner was organized for the leaders after the ceremony. Buzz. President Lukashenko did not attend this dinner. The Russian delegation was informed about Lukashenko's absence. The Belarusian government informed the Russian delegation that Lukashenko could not attend a dinner due to health problems after this incident. It was thought that Lukashenko had a problem with his digestive system. However, those who watched the footage of the ceremony realized that Lukashenko was facing a more serious health problem. Lukashenko had a bandage on his arm. His arm was tightly wrapped with his bandage. After this was noticed, Lukashenko's body was examined more carefully during this process. Something interesting was noticed, but leader Lukashenko had makeup on his face. Lukashenko's face was coated with foundation. It is emphasized that there could be two reasons for this. First of all, Luka's face may have been very pale. The makeup may have been intended to make Lukashenko look more virtuous. A professional makeup was applied to make Lukashenko's face brighter. The second possibility is more shocking. It is claimed that Lukashenko suffers from advanced diabetes, which is why he often faints. Lukashenko may have been hit in the face when he fainted. It is felt that makeup was applied to hide the bruises on his face. In this way, no scars are visible on Lukashenko's face. The Belarusian government is not making any statement on this issue. This leads to more allegations being made. The people of Belarus are talking about these allegations, especially on social media platforms and Telegram groups. Thousands of people are talking about this issue. Everyone is wondering what exactly Lukashenko's health problem is. The people of Belarus are now waiting for an explanation. As you know, there is a huge tension in Belarus between the people and Lukashenko. Most of the Belarusian people hate Lukashenko after Lukashenko's interference and the election results. The anger of the Belarusian people prove even more. Belarusians think that Lukashenko's political career should end as soon as possible, but Belarusians do not know how Lukashenko's political career will end. Lukashenko's health problems have been a very interesting development for the better people because throughout the history of the world, the power of authoritarian leaders has usually added due to health problems. It is felt that Lukashenko will have to resign due to his health problems. Lukashenko is the first president of Belarus and he's still in office. After the end of Lukashenko's political career, Belarus can democratize. Belarus could also become a country in line with Europe. Lukashenko, in collaboration with Putin, has led his country with anti-Western policies. Policies may change after Lukashenko leaves office. This could completely change the political balance in Eastern Europe. It could lead to a major loss of power for Putin. What do you think about Lukashenko's health problems? How do you think Lukashenko's health problems will affect Belarus? Do you think these problems will also affect the war between Russia and Ukraine? Thank you for watching the video. We value your opinion. Please comment, share them with us, and thank you so much once again for watching this video. See you in my next video.